Okay, so how does anxiety affect you?
It makes me nervous.
Anxiety affects me when I'm presenting or when I'm talking in front of cameras, and it affects me negatively. I usually do a lot worse.
It stresses me out, and I feel like I'm not gonna do well, and I just am really scared because I don't think I'm gonna do well. And yeah, and I worry about it too much. Anxiety affects me a lot. It's not easy to get through it, and like it makes day-to-day problems a lot harder. It makes it a lot harder to like be confident about yourself and like get through problems, and like you get really stressed a lot and it's not fun.
I have a fear of failure. So a lot of times I'm anxious because I'm a perfectionist, so things aren't quite the way I expect them to be. I get anxious. So, yeah, it's something I struggle with.
Okay, so how does anxiety affect your students?
I think if they kind of similarly, if they have high expectations on themselves or if they have expectations that they're not meeting, then the anxiety can come in and they can really struggle with that. When maybe like, oh, since I'm not doing this, I'm not worthy, I don't have a lot of value, and so then it can become a cycle and even lead to depression.
Severe anxiety can cause students to get so overwhelmed with things that they can't even get themselves to school. So it causes them, and they get completely, and like you said, completely stressed out, and the situation becomes bigger to them than it is.
I think the worst.
Yeah, and so it causes affects their grades, their attendance, their self-esteem,
Yeah.
and so it causes a huge amount of problems.
Anxiety affects me when like I don't really know what I'm doing in a project, and then I'm like freaking out and stressing trying to get it done all at once. So then it affects me because when I go onto the stage to present, I'm like, yeah.
Anxiety is like really bad. Like all of a sudden I get really like stressed out fast, and like over like the simplest things, like I'll spill water and I'll start like freaking out, and it just sucks because like it can be the most simplest thing and it can be in front of people and it will just like happen.
I mostly deal with anxiety by accepting the fact that most of it is not real. And I mostly hold it in and try not to think about it because that's how I get through every day. And whenever I do think about anxiety, it just normally passes over within like an hour.
Usually anxiety affects me with speech. I start to talk faster. Like if I'm doing a presentation like in front of a lot of people, I find myself speaking a lot faster than I should. No matter how much I practice it, I'll just speed up.
How does anxiety affect you?
Makes me crazy, I guess.
How do you cope with that?
I sit at home on my couch with an extra big bucket of ice cream and drink chocolate milk and watch iCarly.
When I get anxiety, my entire body starts like shutting down and I can't like function straight, I can't think straight, and I start like laughing really weird. It's like weird. Great job, Dakota.
Oh, no. Okay.
What if I've never had anxiety?
So I'm just gonna ask you the question, and you can say. Okay, ready? How does anxiety affect you?
It didn't affect me at all. I'm not anxious.
I really don't have
Oh, dear.
anxiety. Anxiety? I don't really have anxiety. Anxiety.
I know. It's like kind of like a Molly. Yes, I know.
Fright, fear of heights, fear of spiders,
Stress.
phobias.
Let's see.
OCD is considered too.
Where's mine?
Okay, so like a feeling of worry or like nervousness.
Like when you're about to get murdered.
I know what you mean now.
Like
Like someone's watching you or something. That's not even true.
God.
Kind of. I mean, if that's what you have anxiety about, then yeah.
David.
Okay, you can go. Just be like, I have anxiety. Or
Wait, just tell me when it's recording.
It is. It's big recording.
Oh, come on.
Are you interviewing?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask him a question.
So how does anxiety affect you?
I think the way it
him
affects
pee
me.
himself.
If you're recording,
Go ahead.
I'm the camera person.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
this is why you're not supposed to. You shouldn't even be
Here, let me
around.
come over here.
Why? Because
Okay,
it causes
so-
anxiety? Probably.
Okay, so I'm gonna retry this. How does anxiety?
Why are you not in the interview? Haven't I taught you anything?